Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahawashi. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rikakadash. Now when you looking at the nation of Israel, the Israelites, in Micah chapter 4, verse 13, it talks about them as a daughter. It say the daughter of Zion, which is a woman. And then let's get Jeremiah chapter 6. Jeremiah chapter 6, it says, verse 2, I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. Okay, so the daughter of Zion, the Most High, likened them as a woman. And now, when he's saying the daughter of Zion, he's talking about the children, pretty much, of Israel. So when you go to Hosea, just gonna run through these precepts real quick. When you go to Hosea chapter 2, verse 19, it say, I will betroth you unto me forever. Yeah, I will betroth you unto me in righteousness and in judgment and in loving kindness and in mercies. Verse 20, I will even betroth you unto me in faithfulness, and you shall know the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi. Okay, so he was letting the children of Israel know this is a marriage that we're embarking on. Like a man and a woman get married, this is a marriage. And so, let's go to Ezekiel. Let's get Ezekiel, because I want to set a foundation for this nation of Israel. Ezekiel chapter 23, it say, verse 2, Son of man, there were two women, the daughters of one mother. Now that's a powerful statement in just a few words. Two women, that's the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Daughters of one mother. What is the mother? Let's get the mother in is it Galatians? Let's get the mother in Galatians. Okay, let's get the mother in Galatians. That's a short book. Okay, Galatians chapter 4, verse 26, it say, but Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all. So Jerusalem is the mother, but two kingdoms came out of Jerusalem, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, because Jerusalem represented the children of Israel. See, and so when we talking about Lot's wife, it's going back to the children of Israel, because this is a woman, and so she's a representation of the children of Israel and of the unfaithful children of Israel, the 2/3. So let's go and look at the circumstance, which what this woman was doing in Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, let's see here. Verse 19. chapter 19 of Genesis is pretty much the account where you had Lot and his two daughters and his wife. Mind you, verse 8 it say in chapter 19, behold, now I have two daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray thee, bring them out to you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. Now, these two daughters is virgin daughters that Lot has, and he has his wife. So he offered up his daughters. And so it got to the point where these men who he was offering the daughters to, they wanted the two men that came in, the angels or the messengers that was coming in. They wanted them. But this lets you see that it was the angels. In verse 11 it say, and they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so they was wearied themselves to find the door. So regular messengers can't blind nobody, and especially not the multitude of men that was at that door trying to get those other men. So that's just the pretty much that's the main part of the story most people remember. And so those two men was pretty much angels coming to get Lot and his family. Now let's get right to the point. Verse 15 of Genesis 19, it say, and when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, arise, take thy wife and thy two daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. You see? And so, even the two daughters could represent the faithful northern kingdom, the faithful ones out of the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. But this wife, let's see what happened with this wife. It says, verse 16, while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand and upon the hand of his wife. So they grabbed the hand of the wife. Two angels grabbed her hand and upon the hand of his two daughters. And the Lord being merciful to him, they brought him forth and set him without the city. So they even rescued this woman. She was even rescued. She was given a perfect opportunity. Angels was major messengers from God was grabbing her by the hand and trying to save her life. Verse 17, it said, and it came to pass when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, escape for thy life. Look not behind you, neither stay you in all the plain. Escape to the mountain, lest they be consumed. Verse 18, and Lot said unto them, oh, not so, my Lord. Verse 19, behold, now thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy. Magnified thy mercy, Salakia. He said, thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life, and I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me and I die. Verse 20, it say, behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one, and let me escape thither. Is it not a little one, and my soul shall live? 21. And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee, considering this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city for the which thou hast spoken. 22. Hurry you, escape there, for I cannot do anything till you be there. You come there. They say, therefore, the name of the city was called Zoar. And so he pretty much told him where to go. Now, it says, verse 25, to get to the point, and when he overthrew these cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities that which grew upon the ground, 26, but his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. You see? Now, let's see here. Okay. Now, I don't see where the Lord told this woman not to look back. And she looked back anyway and turned into a pillar of salt. So that was a major situation. And that pretty much represents the 2/3 wicked Israelites that want to trust in oppression and stay with their slave masters and trust and obey and love their slave master, worship their slave master. See, because they want to go down into Egypt and thinking that they're going to be safe. And so it say this lady looked back and became a pillar of salt. Okay, verse 17, it say, escape for thy life, look not behind thee. So he told them not to look behind thee, and this woman wants to look back. She missed that small instruction to flee and not look back, escape and not look back. And she didn't take heed. Mind you, this is an angel. This is somebody that blinded a group of men that were trying to snatch them through the door. An angel. And grabbed her by the hand and took them out of the city. You never know, they could have lifted them up out in the air and took them out of the city. They could even took them up in a chariot and placed them down in the plain. Because it say, let's see here. It says they grabbed them by the hand. Let's go back to verse 16. It say that verse 16, while he lingered, the men laid hold upon the hand and upon the hand of the wife and upon the hand of the two daughters, and the Lord being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. So did they run them all the way out of the city? See, they didn't give that detail. But for sure, it's told them not to look back. And this lady looked back. And that's what these 2/3 is doing. They hearing that this place is finna be destroyed by nuclear fire. But they want to look back, and they want to trust in oppression. And when any kind of problems happen, they want to go with, this wicked kingdom. Now Hosea, it pretty much said how the Israelites would be like a woman that would go after other gods and other peoples. And that's exactly what these 2/3 is doing. Hosea 4:15, it says, though thou Israel played the harlot. See, then in verse 16 it says, for Israel slideth back as a backsliding heifer. See, they backsliding, harlots, going after other gods and other powers. And let's get that in Micah. No, not Micah, Salakia. And Lamentation. Because at the end of the day, this is what these 2/3 is doing. Lamentation chapter 4 verse 17, it say, as for us, our eyes as yet felt for our vain help. In our watching we have watched for a nation that cannot save us. So the so-called daughter of Zion is watching for a nation that can't save them. That's in verse 21. It lets you know the nation. The nation of Edom, the Edomites, the so-called white man. See, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans here in Babylon, the Great America, they looking to the white man to save them. They're not looking to their husband who they was betrothed to. That's why in Matthew 25, it talks about the 10 virgins that was supposed to be the bride of the Most High, or Yahawashi, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. And so they looking back and hoping that these people save them. Isaiah 30 verse let's get verse 2. He's talking about his rebellious nation, the nation of Israel, that go down into Egypt, that's America, and have not asked at his mouth, not seek him and see what they should do, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, that's the Edomite, the so-called white man, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. See, that's why we know it's not Egypt, it's the shadow of Egypt. Like in Revelation 11:8 say, it's spiritual Egypt. Spiritually is Egypt. Verse 3, it say, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. See, they trust in Babylon the Great America, and it's going to be their confusion. You see, that's going to be their confusion, because they want to trust America. Trust these red dragons, these diablos, deceivers, devils, the adversary of righteousness and God, the wicked, Satan. See, they want to trust the adversary. Micah 2:10, arise, and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. And so this is what these 2/3 Israelite, these harlot, these backsliding heifers, they want to trust in oppression and try to make Babylon the Great their rest, not knowing that this place is going to destroy them, man. The Lord has told them not to look back at this place. Escape and don't look back. But see, they looking back. Now, let's get that. In Revelation 18, verse 4, it say, And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her. See, escape, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin, and that ye receive not of her plagues. See, he telling them to escape, so you don't be destroyed, man. Because if you look back and partake into the sins of this place, you're going to receive fire and brimstone, just like Lot's wife. That's what it says. Remember Lot's wife. Because she wants to look back when she got the angels telling her, the Most High sending his powerful angel to rescue her, grabbing her by the hand, and she still want to look back to this wicked place. But I'm going to leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem Rekakadash. Double honors to the elders, pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.